First of all, I did not ask to roll down a steep, rabbit poop covered hill and into a fallen over oak tree, nor to have a pillow stuffed inside my shirt and my head squeezed into a red bucket while I was doing so. Okay, technically, I did, but let's back it up. I was making a short film in which I played a garden gnome. I've acted in 1,000 short films, and obviously I can't cover them all in this video. This film was a sequel to our original cinematic thrilling masterpiece, a fantasy quest by a bunch of magical dingbats. Because the parents who watched it thought it was enthralling, we had to make another, and this time starring me, as Fred the Garden Gnome. Fred was tasked with searching for some sort of magical acorns, I think, and the quest wasn't going well. At one point, I walked across this log, and I suggested to our director, wouldn't it be hilarious if I were to fall off and roll down a hill or something? That hill? Sure, why not? And so I did. I was about halfway through the camouflaged briar patches, pine cones, dead grass, and gophers when I noticed piles of rabbit pellets everywhere. Already rolling down this hill, it was a bit too late to change direction. If I could have, I would have rolled, back up. Right through the rabbit droppings I went. Oof! Gah! Ooh! Gah! If only it would stop! And I did. I crashed into a fallen over oak tree and finally stopped. If there was a camouflage competition going on, I would have medaled. The rabbit pellets helped make all the dry grass, weeds, thistles, and squirrels stick to my skin. I see you've been accepted by the rabbit people. You better have captured that. Don't worry, the camera was rolling. And so was I. We're not doing that again. Last summer, I was a counselor at a boys' camp, in which to keep busy, all the boys would have a certain hobby they'd choose. They could build models, identify bugs, learn photography, etc. The most popular hobby was our movie making. The week prior, at the counselor training, I discussed with the boys about our movie, roles, and whatnot. I'd be helping write, but mainly directing and editing. Once camp started and all the kids in movie making had assembled, we were looking at about 80 kids for 8 crews of teenagers. Each crew would have about 3 guys. Anyways, we were making a parody of a dystopian movie based on the story of Theseus and the Minotaur. First person to comment the name of the trilogy gets pinned. Anyways, filming was fun in the forest. We had to reshoot a few sequences because they got a little dark. Not that kind of dark. But after about 11 hours of editing on a broken laptop, the 6-minute film was finally finished, and the campers and their families enjoyed it. Speaking of 11 hours of editing, that's about the time I spent making this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you'd like to help me out, subscribe and share with friends you made films with. See you next week.